Okay, we'll just take some max HP. I don't usually like taking it. It's very slow. Does not give us the advantages we need to do well, really, but hey, we're against the Hexaghost again, so we have decent odds to come out of this act. Okay, nice late shop here. We could also go to the right here. No matter where we go, really, we're running into 2 campfires for the whole act, unless we happen to take on this Flaming Elite, which would be rare to take it out that early. Okay, Distilled Chaos and an early Dagger Spray is an easy take. Sure. I had the math wrong in my mind about Dagger Spray. Anyway. Bouncing Flat. Sure. Really like the Bouncing Flask the most against Lagavulin, but it's also great against the Hexaghost and scales into the late game well as well. Yeah. Good Jowlworm fight. There is a Catalyst with only Bouncing Flask. Let's go. All in. Happens here. Oh my. Okay, traded, what was that, 11 HP, I think, for an Ancient Tea set. I think that's worth it. So 38 HP, we for sure died to a Gremlin Knob, amongst many, many other things. So let's go ahead and take Campfire here and probably an upgrade. I'm thinking that our path is not through the Flaming Elite, but through this shop down here, and maybe Campfire Elite Campfire. There's only 1 Elite in the first act, but we have many good things to get upgraded here. I think we'll start with maybe the Dagger Spray. We basically want Bouncing Flask Catalyst for the Hexaghost fight and a potential Lagavulin fight. But Dagger Spray is going to help us the most on the floor fights, which we may run into here. It also helps against a potential Tri-Sentries, but yeah, Dagger Spray. Oh my. Rewarded? Maybe? Potentially? So for Made Weak, that means Dagger Spray does like 10 damage, so we want this nerd to put him at exactly 10. Yeah. Alright, dude. Alright. That's fine. And Dagger Spray was actually 8 damage. That's right, because that goes to 4. That makes sense. I don't know why I thought it was 10. Up an explosive potion for our troubles and a chance at a piercing whale, flying knee, acrobatics. We'll take the piercing whale going into the Hexaghost fight. I think this shop is really important. Yeah, the bomb. Bomb could be the source of damage that we don't have yet. I think we try it. We go bomb, we can't buy anything else, but hey, it's the bomb. Now all we need is a burst, and we no longer need like a burst catalyst, you know? Chance at a bottled lightning. 75 gold. So we could bottle the bomb, which is good in quite a few instances. Thinking about like the collector fight, the bronze automaton fight, the awakened one fight, okay in Donu and Deka. Has the bomb always been 3 turns? I don't know about always. As far back as I can remember, but I may be incorrect about that. Try the bottled bomb strategy. I've never done that before. We'll pay to remove a strike at this point. Oh. Last knife, you say? Couldn't have afforded it anyway, but we could have picked up the deadly poison for our catalyst, which would have been nice. Oh, interesting. The more you know. Boop. The bomb wears off duplication potion bomb. Nice. There's a thing that we could do, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and do Bouncing Flask. I think we want to do both Bouncing Flask and Catalyst going into the Hexaghost fight. We don't win that fight through the bomb. We win it through Bouncing Flask Catalyst. That's also assuming that we don't rest after this elite fight, which may or may not happen. Sure. Bomb was immolate. That's a good way of thinking about it. Okay, so this plus this means they all die in just a couple turns. Unfortunately, we drew basically all of our block on turn 1, which is as I like to say, a thing that does not spark joy. Yeah. Okay. 20 or 19, sorry, not 20. 19 HP isn't so bad going into the Hexaghost fight. I think my ideal breakpoint again is what did I say? 23. We have duplication potion plus an upgraded catalyst. That alone can carry this fight. Once again, we drew most of our block on turn 1, but the nature of the beast. Do we need to duplication potion catalyst? So we go to 33, that would be 99 damage. The Hexaghost is super dead after that. Woo, that was good. Venom Grand Finale and Alchemize. Do the Alchemize. Alright. Instead of Snecko Eye, Cursed Key, round 2, and a Coffee Dripper. Now this, on the other hand, might not be such a bad Snecko Eye. We have Bouncing Flask, Leg Sweep, the Bomb. Now let's go for that. I like it. And we are against the Collector, so getting the Bomb upgraded will kill the Torch Heads after their first attack. Be nice tempo for us on that fight. I'm going to quick look at my path here and then probably get another drink. Ooh, a beautiful 3 elite path here. We have Campfire, Elite, Campfire, Elite, Campfire, Elite, into another Campfire. That is for sure our path. It is through 4 floor fights to begin with. It is not ideal. But need more cards. We'll get there. We'll get there. Got Alchemize plus potions. Okay. I'm back. I think we're ready. We look ready. Okay. This nerd. Snecko, though. Free Alchemize. Free Bomb. Sure, use this. Leave this. Does anybody else feel that the Shelled Parasite may be so slightly overtuned? I don't know if it's it just feels that way because it's Ascension 20 and things are more difficult, but I've always felt like it does just slightly too much damage. Chance at a Swift Potion, a Quick Slash. It's upgraded. We do have a Pen Nib for the Quick Slash. So I think it's okay. It's really not what we want to scale us into the later game, though. It already feels like it's past its prime. I'll take it because it's upgraded, but that's about it. Swift Potion over Fear Potion could be good, since the bulk of our damage is from Bouncing Flask Catalyst right now. Drawing through to that good stuff, especially Bouncing Flask, could be worth it. More worth it than the Fear Potion. So Fear Potion plus Dagger Spray is definitely a thing. We'll do the Swift Potion. Record Alchemize number 1. Leg Sweep is okay. We end up taking 8 damage. The bomb goes off here, it does 40. So if we could find 15 damage to do... Oh, Dagger Spray, Dagger Spray Strike. Wait, how much? No, we have to find 20 damage, sorry. So this is 12, 18. So it's actually not enough. By 19 damage? Sorry, my math is starting to fail me, and that's how you know it's getting late. All right, so this is 40. We have to find 19. This is 12. 18. Oh, pen nib. So we would have to explosive potion to save ourselves 8 damage. I actually am gonna do that. Oh, sure. Apparitions. Apparitions are so awkward with Snecko. I don't think we need them. We're doing okay with the bottled bomb plus catalyst things that we're doing. The bomb is currently at 40. And we need to get that upgraded. Cunning Potion does get most of these to the correct breakpoint. Should have Dagger Spray coming around, so if that's 12 damage to all, do 3 to this guy. We'll need to do more to the middle one. We never need the catalyst. That is a little awkward. Piercing Whale and Dagger Spray did not match up. We could always just do Piercing Whale plus a Bouncing Flask, and maybe that works. Maybe we use our Cunning Potion. Otherwise, we're taking 11 damage here, which I don't think that's correct. Go over here. Okay. Okay, so all we have to do is 5 damage to this middle bird. Right, you're below 40, you're below 40. Is a deadly poison for our 2 catalysts? Sure. Good old 8 times 6. Good fight. I think we'll hang on to both Cunning Potion and the Swift Potion. Cunning Potion helps a lot on the Gremlin Leader fight, kind of. I mean, it does help on the Tri-Slavers. It's basically 18 damage. It's just worse than a Fire Potion, though it does things with our Pen Nib that I like quite a lot. Let's take this opportunity to just get our bomb upgraded since it's bottled. Okay. For not being made weak or vulnerable on turn 1, we have Pen Nib Dagger Spray for 24 to all. So with the bomb being upgraded, all we really have to do is 9 damage to the middle slaver, and then try not to take damage for the next couple turns. It's slightly unrealistic, and I think we should still try to do damage and kill the back slaver. If the back slaver makes us vulnerable next turn, actually we're still fine. Well, anyway. We'll play some cards. I don't have like any block on this turn. A block. Go. Heavy. Door. The goodness. All right. We can actually run the numbers on this. So we can do Deadly Poison plus Catalyst, kill the Backslaver, and we have 1 energy left where we can block for 5. So we would take 15 damage, effectively. Or we can Piercing Wail, which blocks 6 from all, so that means we're taking 8, 15, 16. So that's 1 more damage if we just Piercing Wail, and then the Backslaver's not dead. Whoa. Godzilla and the Campfire. Thank you very much for the follows. Okay, so if we can block, whatever, we can. Oh, it's 17, we take 1, never mind. So these are both dead to the bomb before they actually do anything else. Take 1 damage and move on. Juzu Bracelet into 8th. 1,000 cuts that I don't want. Skip all that. Okay. Yeah, this Campfire Elite Campfire path that we're on is pairing so well with Ancient T-Set, and the fact that we have the Confused from Snecko Eye just hardly matters when we have 5 energy on the turn. Right after a campfire. Or the fight right after a campfire. Yo, just killed the heart for the first time. Congratulations. Good feel. I'm going to take a nap. If this fight goes exceptionally well, great. We'll get more upgrades later. But slightly scared. You just never know. Three energy Deadly Poison. Sick. Piercing Wail is trolling a little bit. So the bomb kills both of these. We just have to negate 24 damage. So we can block for this 13 or Piercing Wail. Probably better. Take 11 damage or 6 or 9 damage. I forget. It's 9. Still our best play. We'll take 2. And then we should be able, or we can carry the Pen Nib into our next elite fight as well. Up a smiling mask for our troubles. A chance at another bouncing flask. So the Collector is our boss. Either our second Catalyst being upgraded now that we have another bouncing flask in the deck, or getting Leg Sweep upgraded would be nice. Alchemize is pointless. Yeah, I think we just go for the poison stuff at this point. Catalyst. Try Slavers back again, but this time our opening hand, not nearly as nice. Bomb is 3. Quick Slash is 24 damage because of Pen Nib. I think we can actually kill one of these guys. And we do not have a lot of block after that. Oh. Never mind. It's a perfect kill on the back Slaver. And we actually full block and have Horn Cleat for next turn. Is that correct? So if we hit this guy, it's got to be correct. So now the bomb kills everything next turn. Doesn't really matter what we do. Hopefully get our Alchemize off. Oh, we will. The cost. Wait. Bottled Bomb does it again. We'll pick up the Specimen. Rare relic for the Silent. Whenever an enemy dies, transfer any poison it has to a random enemy. It's good relic for us. Okay, so if this is a Necronomicon, it does absolutely nothing. It's Enchiridion, which gives us a free power in our hand at the start of every fight. That's nice. If it's a Niles Codex, I don't think I care. So this is 21 HP or one of these books. Don't think we need it. Oh. Oh my. Sure. Got Thwack. Have a bottled upgraded bomb. I like where this is going. Though this turn 1 is not Spark Joy. Okay. These nerds are dead. Dead nerds! Oh, I was meant to get Pen Nib prepped there. Oh well. To victory, of course. Okay, so we actually have some work to do on this fight. The explosive potion is fine. That means we have to do just 3 damage to the Taskmaster up front. So let's do that. Second turn is not guaranteed, but it's close with the Horn Cleat. Do this order, even though it seems awkward. Kind of is awkward. Okay. So currently we full block, so all we do is strike. And then get Alchemize off next turn and we win. Nice. Alchemize for 3. What value? Ghost in the jar. Oh my. Oh my. Pick up a fossilized helix, a kunai, 100 gold. Hard pass on the fairy in the bottle. We're never dying. We're never dying. Sure, we'll take another backflip. Admittedly, the cultist potion hardly does anything for us. Okay. We'll take some insurance. Considering how bad the cultist potion is with this deck. It's basically, you know, play the poison, play catalyst, win. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Shall I do? So we have tools to get us through this fight. And those tools are our potions right now. But I don't think we actually need to rest. The question is, do we want to use one of our potions? Of all the potions we could get, we have excellent potions right now. Do we want to trade those in for an upgrade? And if so, what's the upgrade? Those are the real questions. I think our better upgrades right now, Bouncing Flask, Deadly Poison, Leg Sweep, are all very, very good. I think we're lacking in the block category heavily. Though, why block when you can just kill them? Good questions. I think Bouncing Flask with not only Snecko Eye, but also the Specimen is a good get for us on this fight. Wait, Catalyst was free there? I meant to play Catalyst. Disregard. 16, 17. Do not want to lose our buffer on this turn. 2 torch heads die to buffer to the bomb next turn, so doesn't matter that we're not doing any damage. Just needed to get Catalyst out on the collector. Ah, my order's so bad. Alright. Start prepping Pen Nib for the third act if we can. This fight is over. What I said about trading in one of our tools to win that fight, just pretend that didn't happen. Yeah. Wraith form. Easy Wraith form. It didn't happen, like the free catalyst. Not playing the free catalyst was, it was just a flex, okay? Hard flexing on the Spire. Alright, options of Philosopher's Stone, a Velvet Choker, and a Slaver's Collar. I think this is an easy Slaver's Collar for me. There's many instances where we're playing more than 6 cards on a turn when we're on 4 energy, though I do feel like we could get away with the Velvet Choker if we were just careful. Like playing 6 good cards, given like the deck archetype that we have, would not be difficult. I mean, it's the poison, it's some block, or whatever. Like, I think Velvet Choker's fine. Even if we can't play all the cards in our hand, we can choose 6 good ones, and that's good enough, honestly. Slaver's Collar has no real downside outside of not having 4 energy, right? Outside on floor fights or whatever. The other thing to consider is we have none of our key pieces, so our path is predetermined for us. That may take us through a lot of extra floor fights. It may take us through, you know, no shop, and we're on 469. Nice. Gold. Those are things to consider where Velvet Choker might be better. Thank you very much for the follow. By the by. Okay, so what am I actually doing here? That's a great question. Good question. I'm gonna take a Velvet Choker. Mostly because the path is predetermined. If the bomb comes into our hand on 3 energy on a floor fight, we basically always want to be playing it, right? So that helps us mitigate potential bad other things that are going on. We'll do Velvet Choker. Big poison good. Colon end parentheses. I agree. And we have a potential 4 elite path. Is that scary, or are we that strong? Exactly. The deck is incredibly strong right now, and we have great relics as well. If we consider our floor fights, or our elite fights, Nemesis Giant Head and Reptomancer. Reptomancer is very scary because the bomb goes off after 3 turns. We need it to go off after 2. So that fight is a challenge for us. We do have potions again to deal with that. Nemesis hitting us for 45 damage is also very scary. Giant Head, we probably just beat Giant Head with 2 upgraded catalysts and a fair amount of poison. I guess we have Wraith Form in the deck. Let's see what happens here. Maybe my mind will be changed in pretty short order. We'll see. In the heart of the cards. Exactly. Okay. So we basically want to find 24 block, and then if Buffer has to block the last attack, that's fine. Do get there with Defend, Neutralize, and that's 6 cards. Very nice. So now all that's left to do is to prep the pen nib. Boop. Blessing of the Forge, probably not. Another Bouncing Flask, I don't think we need 3. Though it is good. No, we don't need 3. We need to find other forms of block and not water the deck down with things that we don't necessarily need to win. That is what we really need. buffer for 1? That was maybe not worth it. I didn't think that all the way through. Go to Spooky Ghost form, and then Listener dies to the bomb. Yeah. Sucker Punch Acrobatics prepared. Sure, we'll take an Acrobatics. Yes. Even Dark Shackles on 2. I mean, Dark Shackles is just good all around. Like, Dark Shackles 0 energy for 9 strength down on a turn. Piercing Well, if Piercing Well is one of the best block cards in the game, even unupgraded, and upgraded Piercing Well is 8 strength, Dark Shackles is the way to go. As if there was any doubt, but... Do we dare take on 5 elites? Dark Shackles is only single target. That's a fair criticism. That's true. That's true. Watch the spear open. Oh. No! There's sphere goo all over the place now. Gross. Must consider. So not only do we have Wraith form here, which brings us to the bomb, we also have buffer. So if we can only kill 1, we have both the specimen and buffer to block another turn, most likely. Otherwise we just die. We have to play Wraith form now. We have potions. We have things that we can do. Ooh, was I meant to... Oh, I was meant to Catalyst there. That's a mistake. Fortunately, we have another one, but that was a decent mistake there. So that would have been 30 damage. This guy would have died. Yeah. Dang. So we have to find 4 damage to put into the front orb walker here. And then we can buffer the back thing. The back orb walker. Let's make sure that we discard this burn, or we'll just survivor it, I guess. Maybe we'll just backflip. Backflip. Alright, game. Alright, alright. The punish is real. Good fight. Some winged boots. Do we get 6 elites? That's just crazy. Let's see. That's not too bad. So I was worried we wouldn't be able to make it to a shop until the 4th act, but assuming we get through our Flaming Elite here, we can then jump over to this shop with the winged boots and maybe back over to this event and a campfire. That's decent. Ooh. Guess it's time to say goodbye to Quick Slash. Couldn't have been one of our strikes. It's not scaling that well into the late game like we thought it would. Oh goody! The old Wraith form and win. Love this strategy. Whoops. Well, that is our first elite down. We'll pick up a prayer wheel super late into the game. Skip the ancient potion, hopefully for obvious reasons. Blur is actually decent with Wraith form. Hey, 19 Fritz, thank you so much for the follow. Sure. Let me just double check the deck. Oh, I know. No. We need to upgrade Wraith form for sure. I was thinking I would get the recall off there, but now assuming that this elite fight goes bad, or in the instance that it does, I suppose. Not assuming that it goes bad. In the instance that it goes bad, we can then use the winged boots to get away and still get to our flaming elite. Ah. Oh, I have to think about this. So the bomb. So it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the bomb does damage, right? Pretty sure that works. Because it's 3, 2, 1. Yeah. He's dead with Wraith form. Right? Pretty sure? We would take 50 next turn plus... Be sure we got him. Yeah. Boy. Been hanging on to these potions for a really long time too. But I don't really think that matters. Wait a second, we take... No. Burn does one, never mind. Up a meal ticket. How about that guy? Another unupgraded backflip. I think we'll pass on that right now. We're doing exceptionally well. So this has to be our key piece. And we are not sad about that at all. Lose a +1 strength relic. That is fine. So if we consider that we went through basically an elite fight here, kind of gone through 3 already, and we haven't lost a single hit point, things are going very well. Though I think this fight in particular is our worst. Okay. So a couple options for us. With the specimen, all of the poison that we do is transferred when the enemy dies. Next turn is probably our ghosts in a jar. But if we use a bouncing flask right now, and then survivor defend? Kind of ugly. And then we lose our buffer on 9 damage, basically. So I think getting the poison started is almost certainly correct. Otherwise, we play the bomb plus survivor defend, which is 18. It's a full block. And we don't have to deal with the daggers on the 3rd turn. Also, maybe we just draw a Wraith form? Okay. It is decided. Spooky. I'm going to carry the block over just in case the Reptomancer is doing a large multi-attack next turn. She is not. Okay. So the question is, do we now Wraith form? I think we're close to a position where we can get away with it. I mean, it does nothing this turn. It's a matter of... It's the matter of the following couple of turns. I think I will use it. Feels bad. But as soon as we draw the other 2 catalysts... as soon as we draw the other 2 catalysts... Hey... It starts to make more sense. Right on cue. Good stuff, Snake Lady. Oh my, pick up a paper crane. Enemies with weak deal 40% less damage rather than 25. Gross. Pass on all that, and do take the fruit juice. Okay. We'll use this opportunity to recall and go off to our Flaming Elite, which cannot be Reptomancer now, which is the best thing that could have happened for us. Well, we'll see. Hey, Street View. Oh. Man, no Wraith form and no Piercing Wail is very scary. We do have the Horn Cleat for next turn. And Buffer, I suppose. Ah. $33 damage, my dude. That's a lot. Okay, so can we block 22? Yes. Okay, so we full block with Buffer. We just need to find a small amount of damage this turn. Oh, we have Bomb. Thank you. You're right. So we just have it. Nice. We'll carry Pen Nib over as well. Good fight, you nerd. Pick up an Orichalcum, our Emerald Key piece. We'll say Triforce complete. Skip. And fly over to the shop with 711 Spire bucks and a dream. Hey, a toxic egg. Ooh. Good friend Carlin Charge. Hey. Thank you, my friend. 3 months of Twitch Prime support, and you won't believe it. Got an emote off that. Old haha sleep. Thanks, man, for coming and hanging out. Hey, and thank you for the follow. Thanks for the love, guys. Glad you're all here hanging out this evening, enjoying this ridiculous run. We just went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 to 5 elites in the third act. You for the follow. You, everybody. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, we'll take the toolbox. I like toolbox quite a lot. Cyber Slender, thank you very much for the follows, you guys. Thank you so much. Fast approaching 600 followers on the channel. I will go ahead and get rid of this strike here, and I guess we could carry 500 gold into the fourth act. Assuming we make it. Salamanders, thank you as well for the follow. Yeah, Snecko Oil with Snecko Eye is pretty dang good. Asta, thank you for the follow as well. 3, 4, 5, 6? No, 5 in a 1 minute span. You guys. Choo choo all aboard the follow train. Yeah, you started it too. That's your yearly average? Oh no. Oh, that's not true. I have 1100, almost 1200. Hey, JSRG. Thank you as well for the follow. Coming up. Okay, so Snecko Oil, draw 5 cards, randomize the cost of cards in your hand. So when you don't have Snecko Eye, the issue with Snecko Oil currently is that you fill your hand, you randomize the costs, and for the remainder of the fight, those costs remain whatever they were when you use the Snecko Oil. However, with the Snecko Eye, those costs are again randomized whenever you draw them again. So this is just strictly better than Swift Potion. You do probably want to play down some zero-cost stuff before you do this. The reason why I'm not going to lean in and take Snecko Oil here is because we have Velvet Choker. And I think we would very quickly run into our 6-card cap if we took Snecko Oil. I like the amount of card draw we have currently just with the base Snecko Eye and an Acrobatics plus 2 backflips in the deck. I think we're fine there. So we might just carry all these money bags into the 4th act. Ooh, Delicioso. I'm feeling the middle event. Not the right one. What do we want? We want like a Mind Bloom, maybe? Oh, not this. This is not what we wanted. Portal event? I'm pretty sure that stopped spawning at a certain Ascension. I forget which one. It must be, maybe it's 15? Yeah, this event in particular, I kind of wish they would rework it some way, because almost always you're just losing max HP. In the off chance that you need HP and have like an Omamori, you can take Writhe. Basically never take Madness. Some ultra niche instances on like the defect when you have Toxic Egg and some holograms, you could potentially go infinite. Basically never. We'll take a hit. Alright, full HP going into the Bird with Arms fight. This is the last upgrade that we want. Delicious. Let me look at our deck again. We never found a Crippling Cloud. So with no Crippling Cloud and a Paper Crane, a Leg Sweep upgrade is probably our best. I was thinking initially I would do Acrobatics for the extra card draw. But we want Leg Sweep, Paper Crane. Happen to know the exact odds of getting a card. Well, the odds change as you progress through the Spire. And I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but as you progress through the acts, your odds of getting a rare or uncommon card gradually increase, which is why you like never see rare cards on floor 1, basically. I mean, I think it can happen, but the odds are incredibly low. But in your exact instance, 250 floors without a whirlwind. I'm just going to say the word variance. And that's about that. I think it just comes down to variance. Okay, so both of our cultists are on 50 HP. Boy, do I have a treat for you guys in just a few turns. I took Jack of all trades because the other two... what's the word? Suck isn't the right word. I didn't want them in my deck. We had Trip and something else, and I just didn't want to draw them again. If one of them was blind, I think it would have been worth it with Paper Crane. But Jack of all trades exhausts itself, which is why I took it. It is 2 cards for Velvet Choker, which is bad, but that's all right. Bomb on 3 also kind of sucks. So if we did like Bomb, we have 3 defends. It's 4 cards. This would be 6 cards for Velvet Choker, and we would lose our buffer. So we might just let the Jack of all trades do a round about the deck. Right, 3 cards. So we can get a full block. And that's about it. We save our buffer for next turn, which may or may not actually do anything. But we don't, like, pushing damage on these 2 cultists just does not matter. So I'm not at all worried that we're just blocking here. Piercing well? Hey. Ask and you shall receive. So we have 34 damage coming in. Let's draw. Like, ideally we don't play Piercing Wail, but I think we usually do. Ooh, getting 2 Bouncing Flasks out is really good too. Say 34 block. We can currently block for 33. That sucks. So either Piercing Wail, save buffer. Oh, we have Dark Shackles actually. We don't. Okay, we don't care. I don't think we care about Piercing Wail. I think getting the Bouncing Flasks out with the Specimen just matters more. That is adorable. So the Awakened one is doing 16 block. No problem. Boop. We could use... we should use a single catalyst here. Why not? It's not like we're really in danger with the Paper Crane like sweep thing going on. For me, it's a question of if we want to keep these 2 potions for the next fight. We're thinking either the Time Eater or Donu Indeka. Liquid Bronze is pretty low impact for those fights, but it's great for the heart. Liquid Memories doesn't do too much for us. Outside of, we can do, like, on the Act 4 elites, we can do Bomb, Liquid Memories, Bomb. Sounds cool. I'm on board for that. Ooh. All right, this is the turn. It's actually really bad because we just went through our leg sweep. So we can do a few things here. I think I know what I'm going to do. So we could get the bomb out, but what I would actually like to do is cycle through the deck really quick so we can get back through to Wraith Form? Or not Wraith Form, sorry. Leg Sweep. Or next turn. Additionally, we miss Dark Shackles for this turn, so the 2 strength does not go away. Unless we draw it here and it's free. Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, goodness. Okay, so there's a trick that you can do if you happen to not know. This works with Piercing Wail, Dark Shackles, something like... I'm trying to think of other ones. I don't know. I guess it works with, like... Well, Disarm doesn't count. Anything that gives temporary strength down that I can't think of right now. If you apply strength down on the turn that the Awakened one transforms into these... Oops. Let me calculator. Transforms into the second phase. The strength down will be... Well, it won't be permanent, but it'll reset back to 0 because you apply the temporary strength down and then the Awakened one wipes away all of its debuffs, which happens to include the strength down. So basically, if the Awakened one was at 9 strength right now and we reduced its strength by 9, it would just be gone for the rest of the fight. This also works with the Time Eater, as it also transitions into the second phase. After you get the Time Eater down below half, it'll remove all its debuffs and buff itself, and if on that turn you apply a strength down, it's gone permanently. But it does not put it at negative for the rest of the fight. It just takes away the positive strength gain that those enemies have gained. So you'll see here. Now all the debuffs are gone, including the temporary strength down, and now we just have to find a way to deal with this 40 damage, which I think is our buffer. Yeah, basic. That's the basic idea. Yeah. Which is weird, and I think could be... Like, others have said that it's known and not a bug. Because if you think about the heart fight, you can reduce the heart by as much strength as you want. But then the heart buffs itself and removes all strength, negative strength down values, but none of the other debuffs. So I think if they wanted to, they could come back in and fix that, but... Yeah, I hope I explained that well. I don't feel like I did, but I'm glad somebody got some sense out of it. Ugh. Oh, I messed up. All right. All right, that was the first time I've forgotten about Velvet Choker. It'd be so much worse. Finally found our way to the weakness that we've been trying to apply. Hey, Swift Strike for free. I got messed up on that turn because of the Jack of all trades that I was not thinking about. Okay. The values on Bouncing Flask have not been to our favor. But we'll still apply Catalyst whenever it comes around. What was your Q, Catalyst? So. Okay. So we are very much looking for another way to apply weakness. It's not terribly obvious at this point. Okay, 3 turns to kill. If we Catalyst now, it goes to 60. Which, in theory, is enough. So let's do that. We can actually full block here, not take a bunch of obnoxious chip damage. Ah, I'm glad. Sometimes the, end of the evening stream gets a little touch and go. The brain gets tired, the math gets sloppy. It is what it is. So as best as I can, we'll be trying to stack Pen Nib. Sweet. Cool. Good fight up until the very end there, where we had like 1 or 2 really bad turns. Interesting. So we either have a second bomb or an apotheosis. It may actually be the second bomb. The things that get upgraded, well, we have some decent stuff. Basically all the block that gets upgraded is severely needed. A second bomb is 90 damage after a few turns, but we have Specimen plus Poison. So all we're trying, or plus Catalyst really. So all we're trying to do is get one of them to full poison and then let it die. The bomb maybe matters the least, so we'll take the Apotheosis. Sparkle Crotch Thotty, hello to you as well. Remember to strip artifact. I think we have the tools to do that. I think so. I think I see what you're saying, because then the poison doesn't transfer. I think I get what you mean. We do not have a Noxious Fumes, so we'll have to go out of our way to do that. It starts here. Genji Spider, thank you so much for the follow. We can choose to lose our buffer here. Or not. I think in terms of long-term survivability in this fight, losing our buffer this turn and stripping artifacts is way more valuable than saving our buffer for probably next turn. Arboreal Octopus, you as well, with a follow. Yo, we have Apotheosis. So good. I actually don't have to use our Piercing Wail here. I thought I'd need to. Piercing Wail does strip artifact, though I think we'll want it whenever it cycles around again. Bless my poor little voice. adorable 18 damage from Deca. So double catalyst here goes to obnoxiously small value, 45. Catalyst and Specimen will absolutely do work this fight. It's just a matter of when. Yeah, I think I mentioned this before you came in. The liquid memories, I have a plan for it. And currently the plan is, since we have a bottled bomb, we probably just bomb liquid memories bomb on the Act 4 elites. That's the plan. That's what I'm hoping for. Whether or not it actually works, I don't know. We do have 500 gold for the Act 4 shop as well. Assuming we make it. Assuming we make it. So that's kind of the plan. Act 4 elites, then block for 99. Yeah. It happened. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm not going to Catalyst 5 poison. We can do better. We will do better. Okay. Okay. Well, the fight has been going on for approximately too long already. Applying Catalyst means we can almost use Wraith Form the next time it comes around. We have our second Catalyst also coming around. It's time. Oh. When you're good, you're good. What can I say? Spooky turn. So we lost our weakness on these nerds. So it's a question of if we kill them in 4 turns. We get close. Also have Blur. Maybe. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. Also have Liquid Memories. The alternative is to take a lot of damage. I'm gonna roll the dice and you just, you know, hope that it's not too early. Stack Pen Nib a bit. Yeah, we had our second Catalyst yet to go. The downside is that this didn't come in like 1 turn earlier, because then this would have already transferred to Deca. So we have to survive like 1 turn, though Deca will be weakened with Paper Crane. So maybe that's enough. We did go through Piercing Whale, but we have a Dark Shackles yet to go. Nice hits. Okay. What did I say? When you're good, you're good? Boop. Yeah, I'd considered ditching Liquid Bronze some time ago. I'm keeping it currently for... Well, I was keeping it for the heart fight, but now that we picked up the second catalyst, actually, I haven't thought about it in a while. Maybe I should have. The two catalysts, we always... Well, we get close to the damage cap just with poison, so maybe we should be getting rid of Liquid Bronze. It's a good idea. Die in 2 turns. Currently, Orichalcum is just better than Defend. Nothing left to go here. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll basically just dig for the Alchemize as much as we can. And maybe just toss the Liquid Bronze. Dig. Dude, the bot's broken. I need to fix my bot. I do have the dig command. It could be better. But Skill Potion's good. Works with Velvet Choker. Not really. I mean, I'm sorry, I meant to say it doesn't really work with Velvet Choker, but could give us the Crippling Cloud we haven't yet found. We'll see. We have a meal ticket, no need to rest here. Okay. So our upgrade targets right now... Acrobatics is pretty good for extra card draw. Just some base block is also okay. Since we're lacking in that department slightly. Deadly Poison is okay. I don't think we do Deadly Poison. I'm going to say it's okay depending on our draw order on the heart. We may end up just doing a Catalyst off of Deadly Poison. That was the situation in the Donu and Deca fight where like turn 1 or 3 or something, 4, we only had 5 poison on Donu. Can't remember if that was from a Bouncing Flask or Deadly Poison, but you get the idea. Tripling 5 poison is not super appealing. Also just to neutralize. I don't think we get neutralize off very often, but Paper Crane is a huge source of block for us right now. And Leg Sweep neutralize has not been enough to keep the weakness applied, though upgrading neutralize here with Snecko Eye in the 4th act feels bad. Let's next to the mask. We have the specimen. So this is how we kill Donu and Deca. Whenever an enemy dies, transfer any poison it has to a random enemy. So this will work really well on the Act 4 elites. And this relic is why Sparklecrotch Thoughty said make sure you remove the artifact from both Donu and Deca, because if there was still a charge of artifact left, I think that eats the specimen effect. So it was good advice, a good reminder. Do the acrobatics for the extra card draw. All right, full HP, some stuff. Bum, bum, bum. So we have 500 gold here. I think we absolutely dig for like a Crippling Cloud and stuff from Orrery. Secret weapon is not what we're looking for. So we were looking for the one that puts a skill from your draw pile into your hand. That could be a good take for us, but attack is not. Oh yeah, that's right. We passed up a toxic egg in a shop. If we had known that, we would come upon Orrery. It may have been better. Yet another catalyst. Delayed plans. Upgraded deadly poison. This is not the crippling cloud I was hoping for. Though there's a lot of stuff that's upgraded in here, surprisingly. Okay, we'll do the well-laid plans. I think a third catalyst is just excessive. None of that is takeable. Could take this deadly poison. I think we have all the poison that we need, honestly. Also not very good. Yeah, like well-laid plans into a Velvet Choker is not particularly good. But well-laid plans with Piercing Wail and Dark Shackles on the Heart Fight is exceptionally good. You can also hang on to things like Leg Sweeper or what have you. Blur, I don't know. Wraith Form is especially good. I think you get the idea. I don't think any of these are very good. The only one I'm really even thinking about is the deadly poison, and like I said, I don't think we need it. Could take the third catalyst, I mean. Poison is poison. Sure. Ah! Whoops. Okay, we can do both pair and card remove. Is well-laid plans better or worse with Snecko Eye? Is the idea of the question. I believe it is essentially exactly the same. The reason to take well-laid plans is as you gain knowledge of enemy attack patterns, you can then play around that. So the fact that Wraith Form's cost is randomized is completely irrelevant in terms of retaining it with well-laid plans. Sure, it's nice to keep zero-cost stuff. Like if we draw well-laid plans on turn 1 on the heart and can keep some zero-cost block, cool. But it's the same idea. We're preparing for future turns. I mean, you know, the name of the card. We're planning ahead, basically, for future turns. So I think it's essentially exactly the same. The fact that the cost of the cards are randomized, probably more of a nuisance than a benefit, though I think it has the exact same effect. Okay, quit messing around. We don't have any curses to remove. What? Hell just happened? That was a bug. What? We skipped our orrery reward, but then we went to remove a strike, and it brought us back to the orrery screen? Okay. Alright, just make sure there's nothing else that we want here. Yeah. We get healthy. Back there again. Alright, turn 1. We can hit for fair amount. Chance at a Mind Blast, a Forethought, and a Jack of all trades. It's all kind of garbage. Okay. So okay. Yeah, 6 energy is great. So we can do the bomb thing that I was talking about earlier, which is neat. And the question now is, do we ever block for 21? Or do we just let the buffer basically absorb the 21 here and do other things like get rid of our jack of all trades? So we can do 8, 13, yikes, 8, 13, 18? Unless we draw something amazing with backflip. He did not. Okay. So I think we just burn through Jack of all trades now. We still have 2 energy and enough charges on Velvet Choker. We end up taking 12. Ah. We could also Piercing Whale to remove artifact charges, since it's going to be a while since we see Piercing Whale again. Yeah, we could have used both of our potions, but... Block for the lulz. Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Okay. Get him, Bouncy Flask. Right here. Right here. Bless you, Paper Crane. Has anyone told you you're beautiful lately? No. Also, alchemize. Okay. The order was bad there. We should have done catalyst on the Spire Spear, but here we are. We could turn back around with the neutralize, but we're not going to. So close. All right. Go into spooky ghost form, and that's the fight. Yep. We'll hang on to our pen nib here and just kind of write out the rest of the fight. Whoa. Yeah. Ooh. Nice get. Think of a mummified hand and some other junk that we don't need. Mummified hand is going to work okay. Really only hits with well-laid plans. I mean, Wraith form serves a very specific purpose on the heart fight, so I don't know. It's not great. Maybe Enlightenment. Yeah. Can I try the new class on stream? So I played the Watcher at the very start of my stream. The reason why I have chosen not to play it in recent streams is because I don't have it on Ascension 20 yet. So it's kind of just a slow grind getting it to 20, and then at that point, the Watcher will enter my full A20 rotation. Yeah, I don't really want any of these. That's the short of it. The only reason to take Enlightenment is because it actually does something in this fight later on. Maybe? Hard maybe? Swift Strike and Good Instincts, as soon as they don't cost 0 anymore, and frankly, even when they do cost 0, I have a hard time justifying. So we'll take Enlightenment. Maybe it does something much, much later. Very good turn 1. We do have Buffer. You have to be careful not to lose that. Well-laid plans. We have Dark Shackles for just 1 energy in our hand. And we can Catalyst. I did mention the upgrading the Deadly Poison for this very instance. So we have 2 other Catalysts in the deck. It doesn't really matter. It's just kind of a feel bad to Catalyst a Deadly Poison on 5. So I think we start by backflipping. That gives us 3 cards to play. It would be Well-Laid Plans, Deadly Poison, Catalyst. Then we have 1 extra energy. Can't really do much. Well, actually, wait. I think we can do this differently. So if we did Defend, Enlightenment, backflip. It's 3 cards, and then we can still only play 3 other cards as a Velvet Choker. Okay, so we don't get the bomb off. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, it's not so much about Mummified Hand as it is about Velvet Choker. Okay, 2 cards. It has to be Well-Laid Plans, Catalyst. Or can we defend now? Hold on. So we're on 2, Defend, Well-Laid Plans, Catalyst. Now we can do that. And then we get Deadly Poison down too, right? Right, or am I being an idiot? This feels too good to be true. 2 cards, Defend. Puts us on 7. And we can play 3 more cards. Sure. Be very, very careful. Chi-Chi easy. Well, hold on. Hold on. Alright, GG easy. This is a good turn. You know, we didn't draw into our other catalyst, which would make this turn actually super good. But that's okay. We can dig with backflip if we want to. We might as well. Hey. G-easy. Penib on an unupgraded strike on the heart. Got him. Wow, this turn kind of sucks, though. We didn't draw through to anything good. Missed Acrobatics, missed our last Catalyst. Bummer, dude. Am I blocking? Yes. Exactly. Sad face. More poison. Draw. Just in case. GGEZ. That was not even my meme run of the night. Disappointed. A good one, though. Yeah, didn't even have burst. Oh, it's all catalyst again. Classic Wraith form plus catalyst, win the run. Is what it is. I think we could have done a perfect heart fight if we really wanted to, but who needs it? This is junk. Get out of here. Oh, and the crowd goes wild. Ezra, thank you very much for the follow. Has it been done? Now is a snoozin'. Let's take a look at that run. I don't know if there's too much to really go over there. The question was asked about well-laid plans with Snecko Eye. I hope that heart fight showed off why it doesn't really matter. And I hope my explanation was good enough as to, regardless of the card's costs, if you have taken things like Dark Shackles, a Wraith form, whatever, the cost of them is largely irrelevant because you're needing them for other things. Special shout out to The Bomb that we picked up in an early Act 1 shop and then quickly managed to bottle it with Bottled Lightning. The Bomb, Bottled Lightning. I don't know if it solely carried the run. It definitely didn't, but it got us through a lot of hairy fights that we wouldn't have otherwise. So that was fun. Snecko Eye did some good work for us as well. I think there were very few turns from when we picked up Snecko Eye and then from that point on to where Snecko Eye caused us to take a lot of extra damage that we wouldn't have otherwise. And part of that was because of the way we built the deck from that point on, picking up Bouncing Flasks, single leg sweep. Super huge shout out to Paper Crane. I did miss the Crippling Cloud. Crippling Cloud, Paper Crane with all these catalysts would have been awesome. What I feel about the well-laid plans nerf, I'm largely just annoyed by it more than anything. I think like you still need well-laid plans, so it felt kind of unnecessary to put it at 1 after it had been at 0 for so long. And I would also argue that the Silent doesn't have the highest win rate of the primary characters, so why come in and nerf one of her main tools to help win? But it's a good card, it's a good power, it's still good on 1 energy. So I would qualify that nerf as just annoying. perhaps unnecessary, but understandable. How was Winged Boots? Winged Boots did, I don't know, it was okay. We ended up with a single charge at the very end. Act 3 was ridiculous. So this was, the Velvet Choker was after we got through Act 2. So then we went into Act 3, and then we fought the 2 Spheric Guardians for the Rare Relic, and they gave us Winged Boots. But we ended up staying on the exact same path that we were going to go on to anyway, outside of visiting a shop. We visited a single shop with the Winged Boots, and then flew back to the other side of the map. We only used 2 charges of it. We still went into Act 4 with 500 gold, so the shop was not a primary factor in the win. They didn't do much for us. If you count the 2 Spheric Guardians as an elite fight, we basically did 5 elites in the 3rd act. The deck was incredibly strong, with Fossilized Helix doing some things. Kunai never did like much of anything at all. Maybe once or twice, but Kunai was not a factor at all in the win. Prayer Wheel also was not. Just say this one was largely Paper Crane, Snecko Eye, and the Bottled Bomb. We got some other good stuff in there too. So overall, it was a fun run. We ended up with all 5 base defends still in the deck. We were playing base defends for value to basically save Fossilized Helix even into the Donu and Deca fight. So our block here was severely lacking. But, you know, we always fell back on Wraith Form. If we hadn't taken Wraith Form, we had some other good options. There was like one other card I was considering over Wraith Form. Can't quite recall. It wasn't Corpse Explosion. It's something else. But I think it should be obvious anyway. The Wraith Form Specimen thing did some tremendous work for us in that run. It was only 1 hour and 50 minutes because, I don't know, I had a few anecdotes in there that maybe took up like half an hour. You get what you get here. Oh, can we do this? That's not it. This one. Hey, we can actually look. I've never done that before. So this is our Winged Boots charge that we did. We were at full HP. I don't know. I think Meal Ticket maybe played a part in that. We picked up Toolbox, which was okay. We got like an Apotheosis out of it that was decent on the Donu and Deca fight. Otherwise, it was complete garbage. We had 2 Jack of Trades, which was awful. And that Enlightenment in the Heart fight that also did nothing. Apotheosis was good though. Like I said, came out of there with like 500 gold. Maybe the best thing to come out of this Winged Boots charge was removing a strike. That's pretty good on its own.